Now, on Tuesday, the 21st of this month, Human Rights Day, the communities of Thabazimbi in Limpopo celebrated the handover of the land that they promptly announced that they would also use it for community empowerment through business. This is but one example of what President Jacob Zuma said on the same day in another event, that they will look into this issue and it would be the employment of all the instruments at government's disposal to expedite land reform. Lebjane Maphutha is the Regional Land Claims Commissioner from the Commission on Restitution of Land Rights, joining us from our studios here in Johannesburg. Ndate Maphutha, good morning and welcome to Morning Live. Morning,
Palesa, and morning to you.
Thank you so much for coming through. Now, remind us of the work by the Commission of Restitution of Land.
The Commission on Restitution of Land Rights, which has been established in terms of the Restitution Land Act 22 of 1994. Its work is to investigate, is to accept claims. In other words, when claims are lodged, the Commission's responsibility is to accept those claims, to investigate the claims in order to find out whether those claims are valid or not. And then if claims are not valid, to dismiss the claims, in other words, inform the claimants that their claim has not been valid. And also to refer claims where there are disputes of validity between various stakeholders that are affected. It could be the land claimants themselves, the landowners and so forth, to refer those disputes to court for adjudication.
All right. And we know that Minister Gugile Nkwinti has previously said that institutional transformation remains one of the most serious challenges that are facing the implementation of the land reform program. So talk to us about the Commission. How do you go about fitting into the implementation of this value chain?
Okay. Like we have said, the job of the Commission is to investigate claims and also ensure that claims are settled. So this happens in the context of the broader land reform. In other words, it's restitution taking place in the broader context of land reform. We are restoring rights of people who were dispossessed in the past, and in so doing, we are also contributing to the broader land reform in general in the country. We are a commission, but there are other role players such as the Department of Rural Development, Recap and Development, which is also in the Department of Rural Development and Land Reform, which are also responsible to ensure that once claims have been settled, land can be utilized sustainably.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask as to how far the Commission goes after the claims have been completed. Do you still go about and monitor what happens with that land?
No, the mandate of the Commission only ends at settlement. In other words, as soon as the Minister approves a claim, as soon as the Minister settles a claim, then the Commission moves out of that claim. So what it basically means is that we are only responsible to ensure that people are restored to the rights which were lost as a result of dispossession.
All right, let's just simplify it and take the Thabazimbi case as an example for us. What happens where claims are finalized, like in Thabazimbi? What requirements would have been met to get to that particular state?
Okay, what it means is that they lodged the claim, we investigated it, and then found that the claim was valid. And therefore, then we started negotiations with the landowners in order to purchase the land from them and to ensure that eventually the land gets transferred. And what actually happens is that you find that some of these transactions are big and complex. and therefore if you don't take claimants and walk them until they are at a point where they can be able to utilize the land productively, then it becomes problematic.
Yeah.
So in certain cases we buy this land or these farms as going concerns so that production does not stop. So to ensure that production does not stop, we make sure that we also assist claimants by advising them on how to access recapitalization and development, which is in the department, and also ensure that where necessary, strategic partners can be roped in to assist claimants in such a way that eventually skills can be imparted to these new claimants.
And
so
I would want
to
believe that access to finances is one of the major challenges that they face post, the claims.
Indeed, and that is why there is what we call recapitalization and development. That recapitalization and development consists of grants which are given to these claimants after land has been given to them, so that they can use that money, that finance, to continue with the business of the operation without disturbing the land use.
All right. So how long will it take for the land issue to be resolved, and the challenges? We've just mentioned the issue of finances, that it's obviously quite a huge challenge. But talk to us about the challenges as well as how long it takes for the claims to be finalized.
The claims are difficult. In other words, there are claims that are complex. There are those that are simple, just as there are those that are...
It differs from one case to the next.
Yeah. So the speed at which a claim is settled depends on the complexity of that claim. So what happens is that we often encounter challenges in the process of settling claims, and that is why in certain instances it takes
forever
time to
All right, due to time
finalize
constraints, we'll leave it at that in Ntate Maphutha, but thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Thank you very much indeed. There you have it. That's Lebjane Maphutha, the Regional Land Claims Commissioner from the Commission on Restitution of Lands Rights, talking to us about the issue of land redistribution.